In this video we're going to look at solving radical equations. And before I get started with my example here, two things to kind of note is the first step, or the easiest method about going about solving radical equations, is to get the radical by itself and then get rid of the radical by taking the opposite power of the radical. So for instance, in my example, I'm given the square root of 44 minus 2x plus 8 equals x minus 2. So once again, my first step is to get the radical by itself. So ideally I just want to get rid of this plus 8, and I can do that by subtracting 8 from both sides. Well, that's going to give me the square root of 44 minus 2x equals x minus 10. And then once I have the radical by itself like this, well, I'm going to take the opposite power. So right now I have a square root. So what that means is I need to square both sides of the equation. The square root and the square will cancel, and it'll leave me with everything that's underneath the radical equal to the square of the right hand side. Now remember, when you take the square of x minus 10, that's really taking x minus 10 times x minus 10. So we need to FOIL this. So we're going to get 44 minus 2x equals x squared minus 20x plus 100. And then now that we've gotten it to just x values and we don't have any square roots, we want to try and get everything on one side of the equation. So at this point I would add 2x to both sides, get 44 equals x squared minus 18x plus 100, then minus 44 minus 44, get 0 equals x squared minus 18x, and then plus 66. And then at this point here I want to work on factoring it if I can. So if I see easy factors to use, I want to go that route. Or I could always use the quadratic formula, which is x equals the opposite of my b value, which is 18, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 18 squared, minus 4 times my a times my c, all over 2 times my a. And then I'll just want to simplify this to find my answer.